Hi, I am going to do something I have never done before. I have never put this much effort and time into a video, but I was inspired by these two gals who used to be on Radical Feminist YouTube, but have deleted their channel. They were called To The Root, and they made amazing content, and I wish they didn't delete. But anyway, they one time did a look through at the top songs on the Billboard charts and analyzed them for misogyny. And that's what I'm going to do today. So I am looking at the top 10 songs of the Billboard Hot 100 for the week of January 13th, 2024. So we are starting with Lovin' on Me by Jack Harlow. He is currently number one as of today. His song runs 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Wikipedia describes this song as, on its verses, Harlow raps flirtatiously toward a potential lover. So looking at the lyrics, the chorus and the opening words of the song are, I don't like no whips and chains and you can't tie me down, but you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. So this is a little bit, I guess, a play on words indicating his personal distaste for BDSM, however, seemingly stating that he'd go along with it for a woman he was into. The first verse, however, begins, I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. So he states that he's vanilla, but he'll choke a woman. Okay. When we think of BDSM and the cries that it's always consensual and it's always wanted, I think we have to ask ourselves, even if one partner is willing, consenting, and asking for violence interwoven with sex, what kind of person would agree to that? That is always my question. Throughout this song, Jack Harlow refers to women as girls and bitch, including a command to women to stand up, bitch, dance. The music video is currently at 46 million views on YouTube, and it showcases Jack Harlow and various friends dancing on plain-colored backdrops. There's nothing really nefarious about it. The women in the video are dressed fairly appropriately. One woman wears a deep-cut dress. The others are in regular tank tops and t-shirts. They're not really shown to be highly sexualized. The majority of the women in the video are dressed in full coverage clothing, other than maybe their collarbones or like bare arms, whatever. The video is just Jack Harlow and various friends dancing around. There's no concept, no storyline. They're just having a good time. So misogyny summary for this song and video. Ultimately, the song is more of a flex, a man flexing his fame and his connections with some asides to what he's willing to do with a woman in the bedroom and commanding bitches to act for him, aka the stand up and dance bitch. Misogyny, yes. Could it be worse? Also, yes. Number 2 on the charts this week is Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift. This song was released on June 20th, 2023. It is 2 minutes and 58 seconds long. Wikipedia describes this song as the lyrics are about a painful summer romance. So the lyrics. The song opens with a verse. Fever dream high in the quiet of the night. You know that I caught it. Bad, bad boy, shining toy with a price. You know that I bought it. So the female protagonist in this song seems to acknowledge like immediately that the boy, not a man, anyway, she's interested in is not good for her, but she has bought it anyway. The devils roll the dice, angels roll their eyes. What doesn't kill me makes me want you more. So the devil angel on the shoulder conscience trope. The devil says go for it. The angel knows it's no good. Taylor Swift goes on to say, what doesn't kill me makes me want you more, which is indicative of a troubled relationship, in my opinion. But despite the negative, she wants it still and more. The lyrics, I'm always waiting for you just to cut to the bone. And if I bleed, you'll be the last to know. So she knows it's bad. It's going to hurt. She is going to suffer, but she'll hide that and keep on. And I cried like a baby coming home from the bar, said I'm fine, but it wasn't true. I don't want to keep secrets just to keep you. And I snuck in through the garden gate every night that summer just to seal my fate. And I screamed for whatever it's worth, I love you. Ain't that the worst thing you ever heard? So ultimately here, I hear a song from a woman reflecting on a past fling that she knew was bad for her, was going nowhere, and would hurt her in the end. I think this is a relatable concept for a ton of women who date men. The music video, currently 6.7 million views. When Google image searching this video for these slides, there were no image stills, only promotional material. So I had to screenshot my own, hence the quality. Interesting, though, that there are no stills of this video available. Anyway, the video showcases Taylor Swift in a myriad of scenes, styles of dress, hair colors, with various different men. It's filmed with a lot of oversaturation and solar flare. Mid-video, we see her appear as a cyborg on a horse. The video is mainly vignettes that don't seem to have anything to do with one another. There is no distinguishable storyline. There's a scene where wolves are chasing her through the snow and she leaps off a cliff into the frozen water to escape these wolves, and magically is transported and wakes up in the desert. What did I just watch? I don't know. Misogyny summary for this one. Nothing outright misogynist in the lyrical or video content. The song appears to be about a woman knowing a relationship is no good, but wanting it anyway. Extremely common theme in many female artists' music. And I suppose it's because women who date men can all relate to this exact relationship. I personally am more interested in a song that speaks of breaking away from what she knows to be a bad situation, but c'est la vie. Number 3 on the charts this week is Greedy by Tate McRae. This song was released on September 15th, 2023. It is 2 minutes and 12 seconds long. Wikipedia says that lyrically, the song is an ode to female empowerment. Let's see. So the lyrics. The whole song is a retelling of an encounter with a man. It's told in first-person perspective. McRae explains the conversations between herself and that man. He said, "Are you serious? I've tried it, but I can't figure out. I've been next to you all night, and I still don't know what you're about. You keep talking, but nothing much coming out of your mouth. Can't you tell that I want you?" So in this opening verse, I see a man who cannot take a damn hint. He's been next to her all night, he's trying, and he's getting nowhere. Can't she see that he's trying and he's getting nowhere? Shouldn't she be throwing herself at him? I see a lot of male entitlement in this verse. Tate McRae responds in the chorus. Says, "I say, yeah, I will want myself. Baby, please believe me, I'll put you through hell. Just to know me, so sure of yourself. Baby, don't get greedy, that shit won't end well." So she seems to know her worth. She says, I would want myself. And she knows male entitlement well. So sure of yourself, baby, don't get greedy. I like that. The song continues with more recount of their interaction. She calls out the man who is eyeing her up and down, objectifying her. She even says she's half his age and he's looking at me like I'm some sweet escape. Obvious that he wants her, and the chorus repeats, I would want myself. She has self-worth. She doesn't need nor want his attention. The song continues with another round of their dialogue, more of the man reiterating he can't tell if she's being for real or just an act. He can't tell if she likes him or hates him. Male entitlement, male obliviousness. This woman is clearly not giving him the time of day, and he's persisting anyway. He cannot take a hint, let alone her blatantly saying, you're so sure of yourself, you're greedy, this won't end well. Bro, move along. The music video is currently sitting at 67 million views. We open in an ice arena where Tate McRae is driving a Zamboni. Immediately cut to her atop an ice skate rental counter. She's wearing hockey pants and a bra, writhing around on top of the counter sexually, strutting down the rows of equipment cubbies. Next cut is to the hockey locker room, where she and backup dancers are performing some choreography. She has a t-shirt on, one arm. The other is hanging off of her shoulder and showing her black bra and bare stomach. She's wearing basketball shorts and a hockey goaltender's glove on one hand. Both the male and female backup dancers are fully clothed in sweats or shorts and oversized t-shirts. The video oscillates from the Zamboni scene, the rental counter scene, and the locker room scene. On the rental counter, Tate McRae contorts herself and shows her flexibility. She's dressed quite revealing and staring down the camera in what is probably meant to be sexy, but it's hard to take seriously with the hockey equipment. Interesting to note, she is wearing sparkly high heels whilst driving the Zamboni. Extremely appropriate workwear. However, she's wearing sneakers in the locker room dance scene. Okay. This aside, the video does showcase her danceability and athleticism and her flexibility. She's clearly worked very hard on that. The video content itself has little or nothing at all to do with the content of the song, but some have theorized it's kind of an homage to her Canadian heritage and her love of hockey. So that's great. I'm a Canadian hockey hound also, but it's just unfortunate that the lyrical content of the video, so a woman who knows her worth and isn't afraid to say it, is just reduced in this video to half-dressed sexy writhing. So our misogyny summary here: lyrics 10 out of 10, great lyrics. Video 4 out of 10, it could be worse, I suppose. I don't know. Number 5 on the charts this week is Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat. This song was released on August 4th, 2023, and it is 3 minutes and 51 seconds long. Wikipedia describes it by saying, the rapper dismisses her critics and asserts her own identity following arguments with fans on social media. Additionally, this song is currently nominated for Best Pop Solo Performance at the upcoming Grammy Awards. The lyrics of this song: the song opens with Doja Cat immediately calling another woman a bitch. Immediately she says, "Yeah, bitch, I said what I said." Off to a great start here. She continues through the verse, to assert who she is: a bad little bitch, a rebel, the devil, and that it'll take a whole lot for me to settle. So the lyrics here consist of Doja Cat seemingly responding to criticism. Like, as Wikipedia said, she states that her happiness is others' misery, people want her love and her good energy, but to talk shit about her also. She asserts her worth. She says things like, I don't need a big feature, I don't need a new fan, I've got drive, fame ain't something I need no more. She's not been without criticism in her career, and this song appears to be a clapback and assertion of her self-belief. I could use less of the misogynist slurs, but otherwise good for her. The video, 170 million views right now. We open in what appears to be some kind of an homage of like old Hollywood, black and white. She removes her own eyeball and flicks it to the camera. It appears to me anyway, she's given the audience her eyeball in order for us to see her perspective, as we fall into presumably hell, where she is atop some kind of a monster, a green horned monster. I'm assuming it's the devil. She's wearing a barely existent skirt. Her t-shirt says feral. She's rapping to the camera. She leaps off the monster's head. Now she appears in a cloak, red gown and cloak, head to toe. She's posing with a Grim Reaper. He's just there, statuesque Grim Reaper. Next, she is the devil herself. She's nude, but for her entire body painted in black and gray. Her bare breasts are front and center. There's a male devil in the scene with her. He's equally as naked, I guess. So there's that. The next scene, she's in her original skirt and t-shirt outfit in a field with a cart of raw meat. She assesses the chunks of meat and then tosses them off camera. Okay. The video, we end back in the black and white scene where she replaces her plucked out eyeball into the socket. We've seen her perspective now. She is no stranger to online feuds and beefing with her fans and stans on social media. And this video seems to be a bit of a clapback against that. Despite criticism, she reiterates, "I don't care, I paint the town red." Self-explanatory. She doesn't care. She's doing what she wants. Critics and fans can stay mad. Go on, Doja. So misogyny summary here. Thematically, great. But does she have to refer to women as bitch? Does she need to be naked? No, and no. The next song on the top 10 charts is I Remember Everything by Zach Bryan featuring Casey Musgraves. This song came out on September 8th, 2023. It is 3 minutes and 47 seconds long. Wikipedia describes this song by saying it reflects a conversation between a man and a woman who used to love each other. Okay, so the lyrics. The male protagonist opens singing with "Rot gut whiskey's gonna ease my mind." Immediately, we can see that he is using alcohol to cope. It's implied that the woman's father is a good man, and he wonders if he reminds her of her dad in his 88 Ford. He also lets us know he's emotional about the woman. He says, "Blame it on the beach. Grown men don't cry." So, he's crying and trying to blame it on just how beautiful the beach is. He speaks about what they used to do together and how he'd sing love songs that he wrote to her. He remembers little details about her life story. He seems to understand he's said some regrettable things. He says strange words come out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke, but he doesn't apologize for any of that. He remembers with fondness. He remembers her asking him to stay. He remembers her smile. He remembers the lyrics, "Every moment on the nights with you." But now it is her turn, and shit's about to get real. So she remembers that he's always drinking to ease his mind. But when in the hell are you going to ease mine, she asks. She remembers the hard part, the pain of loving an addict. She says, "It burns like hell when two souls meet." So he's reflecting on this all with a positive lens, but she continues, "You'll never be the man you always swore." But she will remember him singing in that 88 Ford. So no, he doesn't remind her of her father. The only similarity is she's ridden with both men in her dad's truck, but he's not like her dad. She doesn't feel that way. And she also reflects that like he did, strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke. And the implication is that his drunken rants are more serious than he understands. The song ends with a repeat of the first chorus by the man. He's again asking if he reminds her of her father, but knows he's going to turn to the whiskey anyway to ease his mind. So there is no music video. Interesting to note, however, when I Googled for images of Zach Bryan, a ton of images of him performing on stage were in the top results. When I did the same for Casey Musgraves, there was a total of 5 pictures of her performing live from the entire first page of Google. The rest were paparazzi and photo shoots and red carpets. And I found that kind of telling of how her talent as a singer-songwriter is not really the focus, and instead it's her appearance and her relationships. That sucks. So misogyny summary here. The implication here is that this man has mistreated this woman due to his drinking. She is sad. She is hurt. She thinks about their relationship vastly different than he does, but he has his whiskey and he can forget and not be accountable. So misogyny kind of implied in the way he spoke to her. Glad she got out. The next song on the chart is a doozy. It is called Snooze by SZA. It was released on April 25th, 2023, 3 minutes and 21 seconds. So Wikipedia describes this song as a dreamy ballad where SZA reflects on a relationship that she wants to put her all into, despite feeling like she's the only one trying to make it work. The lyrics. The song consists of verses detailing all of the things this woman would do for her man. Touch fire again and again. Testify for him. Lie for him. Kill that bitch for him. She says, "Mobbin', schemin', lootin', hide your bodies. Long as you're dreaming about me, ain't no problem. I don't got nobody, just with you right now." So this woman would do anything for this man as long as he pays her attention. She says, "I don't got nobody, And that's the crux of it, isn't it? Women isolated from other women, from their friends, their mothers, their sisters, relying on and solely dedicated to a man. Sad and scary. She continues to value her entire life on the basis of this man's attention in the chorus. She says, "I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment? You're just too important." In the next verse, SZA romanticizes an abusive relationship, that of Elvira and Tony Montana from the film Scarface. She references Elvira, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, as that white bitch with the bob. In the lyrics, she suggests they take their argument back to her place so they can have sex instead, where she says, "Remind you I'm nonviolent, I'm your day one." So she is going to submit to him in their argument and sexually to keep the peace and keep her man. As the song continues, she seems to acknowledge that she is the one doing all the work in and for this relationship. Lyrics are, "I'm the main one trying, you the main one lying, how you threaten to leave, and I'm the main one crying." Despite all of this, she reiterates just trying to be your everything and that she can't lose when she's with this man. This is sad and all too familiar in so many male-female relationships. Women do all the emotional labor and all the household labor. They submit to keep the peace. They are ride and die for their men. SZA straight up declares she would murder someone for this man. She would help bury bodies with and for this man. And she would lie in court for this man. Girl, what are you doing? The music video. 44 million views as of now. We open with various vignettes of SZA and her man on a picnic blanket in a park. The boyfriend in this scene is played by Justin Bieber. Making out in a gym. The boyfriend here is played by Woody McLean. She's feeding a horse on a farm with the boyfriend played by Young Mazzino. Only in the picnic vignette is she clothed like fairly normally. In the rest, it's very limited and very revealing clothing. We see a scene of her and Justin Bieber in bed. We see her like stripper dancing in the gym. We see the man in fully clothed. In fairness, Justin Bieber is shirtless in the bed, but for the most part, the men are very clothed. There's a scene where she is laying face down on a picnic table, naked, outside. There's a pile of French fries stacked on her bare ass. As this scene's boyfriend, played by Benny Blanco, swipes a French fry through the ketchup pooled in the small of her back and eats it and licks his fingers. She is literally a platter for this man. Many of the vignettes feature SZA singing. She's talking to these men and them totally ignoring her as she begs and pleads that she do anything for him. As she's taking her clothes off and trying to seduce them as well. The scene switches back to the high school gymnasium. SZA and two female dancers are executing some choreography, a dance routine. They're all wearing sheer, bedazzled, nude illusion bodysuits. They completely look naked, completely. And they are dancing for a robot man. A literal robot. The symbolism here is too much for me. She is doing or willing to do the fucking most for this man, and he is a literal robot. Unthinking, unfeeling, uncaring as she dances naked for him. It's hard to imagine that this is intentionally self-aware considering the nature of the lyrics. The robot beckons her with its finger and she slinks up to it and gyrates and grinds on it, twerking and staring into its non-existent eyes. The saddest part of all of this to me is the end of the video. It ends with her driving off into the sunset alone. She gets out of the car and takes her t-shirt off, left in a pair of white underpants only. She runs down the road into the dark alone, and then she strips her underpants off, and naked, she continues walking down, strutting down the dark dirt road alone. Misogyny summary here. literally, do I need to say anything? Okay. The next song on the top 10 of this week is Water by Tyla. This song was released July 28th, 2023, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Wikipedia describes it by saying, it is an all-consuming, soul-stirring connection involving romance and sex. So the lyrics, a woman expressing her desire for presumably a man. There are no gendered pronouns in the song, but she says she's in a dangerous mood and asks, can you match my timing? She requests in the chorus, make me sweat, make me hotter, make me lose my breath, make me water. Innuendo for sure, but we all get what she's saying here. The song continues much the same though. Can you blow my mind? Take me where I ain't been before. We get it. She's down bad. The video has 102 million views. Tyla is glistening, presumably the make me sweat part. Her outfit, a vest with nothing underneath, extreme low-rise jeans, and a tasseled belt. What in the 2003 is this? Tyla and some dancers meander around a bathroom and dance in front of a mirror. They check their hair. There's what appears to be an outdoor party of some sort. People are dancing. Tyla is up against a chain link fence. A male love interest could not look less enthused to be in this video. Sir, can you act just a little? What is happening here? She's also not looking at him whatsoever as she sings, though. He's in somewhat encroaching over her space, but there's definitely room for Jesus between the two of them. He bites his lip. I assume this is to mean he's indicating attraction, but there is literally zero emotion, chemistry, or even a hint that this man and this woman are actually interested in one another. A weird choice. No one wanted to say cut and give some notes on intimacy and reshoot. I cannot stress how there is no chemistry between these two people whatsoever on screen. It's a baffling choice. Anyway, we move on to a beach party. There is more writhing. The same man is back. She's gyrating against him and he's looking at her. That's it. He's just looking at her. There is zero emotion or vibes at all in this man's body language or face. Who cast this man? Next, Tyla and her gals are twerking in a bar, and this scene is interspersed with the beach and the man who could not look like he cares at all about this woman, let alone is even attracted to her. Tyla is half naked throughout the video. The video ends with her and that same dude looking at the ocean as he puts his arm over her shoulder. Okay. The misogyny summary here, nothing outright misogynist in the lyrics. A woman is expressing her desire. Knock your socks off, sis. The video leaves much to be desired. There is no storyline, just a bunch of vignettes of half-clothed women twerking and gyrating, and then disinterested men. I don't get it, but okay. Next on the list, I believe this is number 8 on the charts this week, is Last Night by Wallen. This song was released on January 31st, 2023. It's 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Wikipedia describes this song by saying nothing. It literally has nothing descriptive to say about this song or its content. So the lyrics, it's a country song. It's a couple discussing relationship stuff while they're drinking, they're fighting. She says that she wishes he was somebody she never met. We're off to a great start here. Still, he says, but baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. Oh boy. In the verse, he talks about kissing her, making her grip the sheets, talks about how she loves to fight, and he says, shit I don't mean, and he's still gonna wake up wanting you and me. Bro. He continues to say there's no way this is the last night they break up. He watches her drive off, but knows she'll be back, and true enough, the lyrics say, in the middle of the night, you pull right back up. His friends tell him to let it go. Her friends think she's nuts for going back. Morgan says, I wouldn't trade your kind of love for nothing else. The video is Morgan and his band sat in an empty room playing their instruments. He's alone on a stool and singing into the microphone. That's the video. No concept, no story, just him singing. Misogyny summary here. A woman knows it's a bad, going nowhere relationship. Man won't let her leave. This was absolutely perfectly summed up by a Reddit commenter in the country music stuff subreddit who wrote, "Last night is about a puerile, toxic relationship. Go to therapy and grow the fuck up." Number 9 on the Billboard Top 10 this week is Fast Car by Luke Combs. So this song was released on April 18th, 2023. It's 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Wikipedia says nothing about it other than that it's a cover song. So the lyrics, we all know the lyrics. Tracy Chapman's perfect masterpiece really needs no explaining. There also is not a music video for this song, but some notes here. So misogyny summary is none. I can't really believe I'm about to praise a man here, but Luke Combs did not change any of the gendered pronouns in this song. So like I work in the market as a checkout girl, for example. He said, quote, "Tracy is one of my favorite artists, so my goal was to never change the song. My goal was to honor the perfection that it is, and changing the gender never crossed my mind." Additionally, because of this cover and because Tracy Chapman is the songwriter, she has become the first Black woman to score a country music chart #1 because of Luke's cover. So he's singing it, but it's her song, right? She also became the first Black woman to win a Country Music Association award because Luke Combs' cover won Song of the Year. So Luke Combs covering this song, not really any misogyny. But the fact that it took a white man covering a Black woman's song to get this kind of recognition, misogyny, and probably racism. Boo. Our last song on the top 10 of this week is Agora Hills by Doja Cat. So she's got 2 songs on the top 10 this week. Good for her. This song was released October 3rd, 2023, and it is 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Wikipedia describes it by saying, the song finds Doja Cat discussing the ways in which she wants to flaunt her partner despite the pressures of fame and secrecy. The lyrics. It's more of a woman expresses desire for a man kind of song. Doja says she wants to show you off, brag about it, tie the knot. She says there's something different about you. Love it when he hit and smack too. Violence during sex is never the answer. As I discussed in the Jack Harlow song, the #1 song of the week, even if one partner is willing, consenting, and asking for violence interwoven with sex, what kind of person would agree to it? She talks about sucking dick in a seedy place, the bathroom of a club. She talks about rubbing her relationship in the face of jealous men and women. The "I got him, not you" trope is so tired. Having a man is not a feat. Doja says, love is pain, but I need this shit. She doesn't give a fuck where the penis been. That maybe they should be on OnlyFans together. She says, this type of love's the epitome. I don't believe her, but okay. The video, it opens with a pair of women's legs, like cut off at the knee, walking into like a tiled shower, like in a high school locker room kind of is the best I can describe it. As the water starts flowing down her legs, you see the blood pooling into the shower drain as well. The next scene is her scantily dressed in a suburban neighborhood that seems some kind of a post-disaster. Something's gone on apocalyptic. Suddenly she's in what is very easily identifiable as a teen girl's bedroom. It's very pink, floral, very cutesy. She's dressed like a teen girl with her like slippers and her pigtails and ribbons in her hair, talking to her boyfriend on the phone, and she's kicking her heels and bouncing around the bedroom. That's about it for the video. My misogyny summary here is, why do women have to be so damn naked in every music video? Why? So yeah, that is the top 10 Billboard songs of the week of January 13th, 2024. I have never really done a pop culture video before. This was a lot of time and effort listening to, reading, watching, analyzing lyrics, videos. It was fun though. I enjoyed doing this, so maybe I'll do another one sometime. But thank you as always for your support, and I would be interested in hearing your takes on these songs in the comments. Bye!